Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. No.
And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Marshall? You got your mic on, man?
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins.
Oh, my God.
Complete. Richardson has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
It's just me and you. Out. Jim.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check safety.
Haskins now off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay, a sack on the corner blitz.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Hey, banjo. Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. What's here?
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 15. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at the 15. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Check three. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
On 2nd down, Peterson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Marshall able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and 2, Stafford. Jones has it. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Blue 60. 40 got.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, it's Haskins. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give to Peterson running right. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go. Come on. Zip it. Shot. Hey, it's coming up.
Now Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Sponge. No. 66. Pull it. Half. Check. Lucky.
Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun. Stafford being chased out left. This complete to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Pass from Stafford, caught by Amendola. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Well, the drive started in the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job, because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go. Check 3, check 3.
Now it's Haskins to Thompson on the screen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Joker, 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 Joker.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Double right. Omaha, ready, move.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. James has got it, complete. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. From the red zone now, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw, Stafford. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 22 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Set. 180. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. 49. Check 49. Double right.
From the gun, Stafford. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready. 280. 56. And watch your legs. Real right. 22.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun. Stafford flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Under. Go. Kill. Check 99. Check 99. Check 52. Set. Hut. Fresno. Hit 'em all. Rest.
And with the play clock winding down, Jay Gruden's going to use a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with his field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a third one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Shift. Watch the shot. Hey, Mike 51. Come on, D. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Haskins from his own end zone. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey, alert 3. Go. Motion.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Mike 53. Defense all day.
Geis for the carry on 2nd down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Amendola set to return it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard. racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. He's going to air one out. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check, 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 check. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. Rolling to his right. Complete to Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Dancing to his left. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full. Like 7.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Amendola with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Set. Get a 20. Hey. I got you, son. I got you, son. 56 to Mike. Zebra. Check 56. Let's go, dude. And middle. Check 13. Check 13. Check 3. 218. Chop. Ringo. 57.
Stafford. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way Down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Let's go, D. Monday. Here we go.
Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Check. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Yo. Off.
So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go. You don't know no better. Show me that. Show the ball. Match box. Right.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Marshall in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, and you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still, fourth down upcoming.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They begin the drive with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And an alley to run. Taking it right down Broadway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the screen. Pass.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Play action. Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Washington. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. One final shot for Haskins. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win, and here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Lions, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,